Let's take a look at some of the architectural choices that Angular has made. First, Angular supports two-way binding. This means that user input into form fields is instantly updated in your Angular models. That means that in most cases, you don't need to watch for specific events and respond to them and then manually update your HTML. Instead, Angular will handle that for you. Angular also employs a technique called dirty checking. The net result of this is that you don't have to put your data into special structures and call getter and setter methods to read and write to your data. You can simply put your model data into plain old JavaScript objects, and Angular will respond whenever your data changes and automatically update your view. Lastly, Angular is built on dependency injection. This lets you encapsulate pieces of your application better and also improves testability. You can read more about dependency injection here. In addition, Pluralsight has an entire course on this subject, which is called Inversion of Control by John Sonmez. Go check that course out if you want to learn more. Now let's take a look at the primary components of Angular and their relationship to each other. With Angular, everything starts with the controller. The controller is the central player in an Angular application. Controllers contain both logic and state. Next we have the view. Views are made up of bindings and directives. This is how Angular talks to and listens to the user. Controllers can communicate with views through both one-way and two-way binding. Directives, which are a heavily talked about piece of Angular, are really just part of the view. And the last major piece is services. Services give you a place to contain the real logic and state of your application. If you think about what is the essential tasks of your application, this would likely happen in your services. Complex business logic, important application state, etc. Services are the place to house all that. Also, services are the place where you will want to communicate with the server. Alright, let's review. What is the central component in an Angular application? The central component in an Angular application is the controller. Directives are a part of which component? Directives are part of the view. In which component should you put your complex business logic? You should put your core business logic into services.